Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, all. Kindly mute your mic until the session gets completed. And if you have any query, and after that, you can unmute your mic and ask questions to the guest. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning.
Okay. Shrija, we should start.
A pleasant morning, everyone. I welcome you all for the webinar on Introduction of Intellectual Property Rights. I now request our Principal Sir to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. So, warm good morning to one and all present for this virtual conference and webinar on introduction of intellectual property rights. And my special welcome to our chief guest, Mr. Darthi Shah, IPR attorney, founder of Verit Associates, Ahmedabad. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so we feel delighted to have you as a chief guest for this webinar because you're the person and uh, the intellectual property rights, the awareness of this is the need of the hour now because India is a developing country and many youngsters are coming to this kind of knowledge forum and they must know the power of intellectual property rights so that they can register their product and they can get the patents and copyrights and all those things that will protect their inventions and new innovations and foster their growth and help their followers to come up with new ideas to support the development of our country, because China is our neighboring country, and just now we have overtaken in the aspect of population. So the remaining things in the aspects of development in all kinds of fields. Nowadays, you see the IoT is growing up, anything like, so we are implementing the things in all the areas, even in agriculture, then education, in all the production and service oriented sectors. So our student and our youngsters should come up, and they have to uh, support the country by their new ideas and innovations. If the countries grow, everything in our country will get significant improvement. It may be in the aspect of health and even education. We can reach all the technology to even the each corner of the village, so we can make it reach. That will help to develop our country, like China or any other developed country. So I congratulate all the participants to learn more, and I wish you to gain more things from this webinar. Okay, so have a good day to all of you. Learn more. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I call Shrija to introduce the chief guest. I'm happy to introduce Ms. Darti Shah, IPR attorney, founder, Verit Associates, which is based in Ahmedabad. With a solid academic background in information technology, law, and a postgraduate degree in patent law and practice, she has cultivated a deep expertise in intellectual property rights. She also holds an LLM from Gujarat University in IPR and is currently pursuing a PhD in law. She has been immersed in the IPR field, amassing over 10 years of experience. Her work encompasses a broad spectrum of intellectual property matters, including patents, trademarks, copyrights, industrial designs, integrated circuit design, patent applications, patent examinations, and patent protection, spanning the filing process up to the grant stages, as well as exposure to general litigation practices. We are elated to have such an intellectual personality as Ms. Darti Shah. Over to you, Darti, to take over the session.
Thank you, thank you, Shrija, for warm welcome. And it was such a nice platform to, enrich to people by my knowledge and expertise. I would be really grateful and delightful if somebody might get something from myself. So, Shrija, may I start with the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me know once it is. Can you see that?
Yes, ma'am, I can see.
Okay. Is there a PowerPoint slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a PowerPoint slides?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So first, she has already introduced myself, and today I'm going to conduct the session on introduction of intellectual property rights. Many of you have heard about the moral rights, personal right, constitutional rights, property rights. So it is a one kind of rights which is the intellectual property rights. You might not know where to use and how to protect it, but definitely by end of the session you will get to know about how to protect it and when should you get it done. So let's start. What is the IP? Any property, intellectual property, where it is an intangible assets, you cannot touch it. You can just have a exclusive rights over it. When you have created from your mind, like if it's a physical property, you can touch it. If it's a house, you can, but trademark, you cannot touch it. That's why it says the intangible rights. But once you have gained the exclusive rights, nobody can use it without your consent, so that somebody has to take a license or assignment from you, then only they can use it. So for that you have to first get the protections. Again, it's not mandatory for the copyright, but for the patents, trademark, industrial design, semiconductor, ppvfr, you need a exclusive rights, you need a registration certificates, you have to file the applications within the territory. Plus IP, intellectual property, it's territorial rights, so you cannot claim your right in other countries. So for gaining that rights, you have to protect your IP that individual country also. So again, it's a human creation of industrial property and the copyright. So what can be covered? Any inventions, research, development, any literary works, means book, literature, publication, any informations, blog, designs, any layout from the 3D perspective, 2D perspective, any symbol of the logo design like a trademark, any brand name, etc., which you can protect through the IP. Plus, it has to be creations of the mind. It is not available in the, if somebody you have got some idea, you are protecting it, so it has to be come from your mind. That's why we says it's an intangible assets. We cannot touch it. So next, I want to show this video. Just go through it and you will have a little bit idea what is IP and what is the importance of it. So it's just about the trademark. Let's go through the video.
Oh.
So students, I hope you have watched this video. And what does it say? It says that John's hot dog, they had a good outlet. He has gained the reputation and goodwill in the market. He has earned a lot of money, but he did not protect his trademark, brand name. So the other suppliers or other vendors, they copied his idea on the same name and they started earning, and he has lost earning that money. So once he got the registrations, he can sue other vendors and supplier. So how he has protected his IP through the trademark registration. So for any brand name, if you want to earn goodwill, reputation, you can only stop somebody else from using or infringing by registering your trademark. So this was the message from this video. So now, what is the IP? What does it cover? So one is a trademark, other one is a patent, copyright, industrial design, trade secret, geographical indication, semiconductor integrated circuit layout design, and protection of plant varieties and farmers' rights. I'll explain each and every IP one by one with the example. So first, let's start with the trademark. Trademark is a sign that personalizes the goods or services of a particular business and distinguishes it from those of the competitors. To be legally protected, a trademark must be distinctive and not deceptive, illegal, or immoral. For example, Nike, everyone knows that the symbol of the Nike. So it's an identity. Just because he has gained the goodwill among the world. So everyone can identify that's the Nike symbol. Even if you see the counterfeit products, you will say this is the first copy of the Nike. Somebody has copied it. Same with the Asian Paints. Even it is a famous. One more example, like a McDonald's. Everyone knows that the at a particular am yellow color symbol. It shows it is a McDonald's. He doesn't need anything else. That business doesn't need anything else. Just the symbol by its goodwill and reputations. That's the trademark. That's how. So, one, what is the importance of the trademark? So, let me give you one more example. Facebook has launched the Meta. So, initially, there was a company which was the Meta Financial Group in some particular area, and they have protected their trademark rights. But before launching any trademark, Facebook wanted to launch this Meta. So first he has acquired Meta Financial Group. So he has created Beige Key LLC company, and Beige Key LLC company acquired a 60 million cash from the Meta Financial Group. So first initially, so Beige Key LLC, they acquired from the Meta Financial Group, and by the licensing and the assignment, Meta, Facebook company acquired from the Beige Key LLC company. So this is that much important. So this is a prime example. Even launching the Meta before the public, Facebook has to do some homework, and they check all over the world if might somebody is using the Meta name or not. So if there was a company, he just acquired the name and then he launched it. So this is how it is important. What if the Facebook has launched it and somebody might sue him just for using that Meta name? So that would be difficult for him. So he has to, there might be, he has to pay more than 60 million. So he just prepared a strategy. He just took a big step before launching. So this is how importance of the trademark works with. Next, patent. So students, you can always ask me questions in between. That would be very, that your knowledge will be very enriched and you will not have any doubt. So, or else you can note down or ask me on a later stage, or you can always tell me in the between. Now, what is patent? What is patent? Patent is a exclusive rights granted by the government on the product or the process. So any researchers, any invention, any development which includes the novelty means new. Inventive step means there is some technical advancement or industrial applicability. It means if somebody is selling some product in 1,000 rupees, and by particular process you are getting the same product in a 200 rupees, so that is the industrial applicability which defines the economical significance. So how it is protected by a patent, plus it is granted for 20 years. Once the 20 years are over, then it is in a public domain, so anybody can use it without the permission. So you have only chances to enjoy your monopoly for the 20 years. For example, pen with the scanner, like machine, just a small pen, and you can transfer the text from paper directly into a computer. So that can be a patentable because it is a novel, plus there is a technical advancement. So these are the basic criteria to get a patent. So now you might be knowing about the Meta glasses, which is currently Ray-Ban and the Meta. With the collaboration, they have launched it. So for that, there are multiple features like a high resolution camera, AR feature for hands-free use, plus you can capture videos, images. So Meta glasses are available only in US, not in India, because it prohibits there might be a chances of misuses. So as per the Indian privacy laws and regulations, it is not allowed, it is not patentable in India. So there are certain patentability criteria also, which country to country varies. So Meta glasses, it can be patented in US, but it cannot be patented in India. Even it is banned also. So first, with the eligibility criteria plus patentability criteria, we have to check all of these things. Then only we should apply for patent for the particular countries. So even this is a good example for the Meta glasses and for the registering of patent applications. So now let's move to the computer program. Everyone knows the computer program, but there is certain patentability criteria, as I said, which as per the section 3K of the Indian Patent Act, which excludes mathematical or business methods, computer program per se, and algorithm. It is not patentable inventions. But then you will be like, this era is majorly runs on a computer program, then how we can get the exclusive rights? There is always a loophole, there is always a something which you can always get it on exclusive rights. So let's check. In 2016, government launched computer related inventions guidelines. So as per that, so while drafting a patent application, because we know the mathematical business method algorithm software which is not patentable, but your invention includes the hardware means any kind of device which is embedded with the software, then definitely we can file a patent application and we can get it at a grant. So in this guidelines, government already introduced that software with the embedded hardware is patentable. With if but what should be there? There must be a technical advancement and the technical solution of a technical problem within the existing prior art. Then definitely we can file a patent applications. So plus the construction features like computer, networking nodes, hardware features like integrated circuit, electronic circuit, processor, memory, combinational logic circuit, user devices, imaging device, mobile terminal, sensor, if it is included, and if you are getting a technical result, then definitely we should file a patent application for that particular software. So business methods. And if you are filing applications for the business methods, so make sure you should not use particular words like enterprise, business rules, supply chain, order, sales, transactions, commerce, payments, etc. So you should not use it. You should include the components like a display, computer, scanner, multi-touch interfaces, sensors, movement detections, and etc. So these are the major advantages of filing a computer program application for the particular. So these are, yes sir, yes sir. Okay, should I start? Okay, so these are the examples, and these are we should avoid and we should consider the complete components while filing the patent applications before the Indian Patent Office. So now next move is copyright. Copyright is the other form of intellectual property right, which includes the literary work, dramatic work, artistic work, sounds recording, and cinematographic film. So literary work is any kind of literature. Even the computer programs, softwares are included in the literary work. Dramatic work, which is the script plus performance rights. That includes the dramatic work, artistic work, any kind of drawing, sketch, 2D, 3D drawings. Plus, this includes the artistic works, sound recording, any kind of music. So, in the sound recording, one perform is a writing a script that considered as a literary work, and plus any singer, any lyricist that includes in a sound recording, plus cinematographic film, audio and video both are included. So any idea with the execution must be in a writing, musical and works of fine arts. So if your idea is in your mind but it is not an execution, then we cannot protect it. Even if I can think I want one robot who can just feed me, I don't want to do anything, so it is not possible. So idea with execution is must. So for example, computer games, feature films, or animation movies like Tom and Jerry are famous copyrighted cartoon. So even and one best thing is the copyright is for any author can enjoy this right for the throughout the life plus 60 years after that, after the to his hair legal hairs. So copyright is a huge rights, plus it's a worldwide rights, and it includes the moral rights, personal rights, performance rights. All the copyright is a wider subject. So every right is very individual. So plus you can get the criminal and civil remedies if somebody is infringing your copyright. And copyright is also not mandatory. For the trademark, you require a registration certificate because otherwise burden of proof lies within you. In the copyright, you don't need it. Plus, patent also requires a registration certificate. Industrial design also requires a registration certificate. But copyright registration is not mandatory, but you can also sue somebody and you can also bring them a imprisonment. Otherwise, in other rights, you can only get the civil remedies. So copyright is a wider subject. Plus, it has a benefits also. But yeah, in Indian population, we can always see there is every other day somebody is just copying somebody else things, but it is very difficult just because of the populations and the other barriers. Now let's move to the industrial design. In patent, we saw that it is a technical advancement. But what if it's just a change in the outer look and just the aesthetics and ergonomics of the products? So any two dimensions or three dimensions, if it's in a change in the shapes, where you are just getting one novelty or use of the same product. Like if you might have seen the Fanta bottle, they have just launched with the different kind of shape, so it is protected under the industrial design. There is nothing new in the plastic material or anything else, but it was a different in the just shape, so it can be protected through the industrial design. So industrial design, you can enjoy your monopoly for 10 years, which can be extended with the 5 years. So one more thing which we have to keep it in our mind: before launching any product, we should always file the first industrial applications. Why? Because if it is in a public domain and then after you are filing an application, only your application will be a anticipation in your application, so it is not allowed. So we should always file before a publication. So like there is a one big case law for the Coca-Cola Company versus Bisleri International Private Limited. So in that, Coca-Cola filed a case against a Bisleri for copying the design of its unique bottle shape. Design of a Coca-Cola bottle was registered and the company claimed that Bisleri's bottle was too similar, leading to a confusion in the market. So this case and court ruled in the favor of the Coca-Cola just because he has already registered the design and the Bisleri had tried to copy it. So Bisleri had to surrender and Bisleri had to stop. So this is the case of the industrial design, which was in the judgment was passed into 2001. So next is a trade secret. Many of you might think, "Okay, I don't want to disclose it to the government," because for any application, first we have to file before the government or the registry. So you have to disclose even your method, recipe, product, process. You have to show the prototype. You have to, so if you think you do not want to show, so there is even the formula for the Coca-Cola. They have not filed for it, but it is protected under the Contract Act 1872. So this can include the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, non-compete agreement, non-solicitation agreements, or other protective measures. Yes, to ensure that sensitive information remains secure, and it is not a public domain. If you are disclosing it to any party, any employee, you just get need to sign all this agreement, so then it is protected. Like a formula for the Coca-Cola, till now nobody knows it. McDonald's Mac special sauce, even it is not patented and they have not even disclosed it, it is protected under the trade secret. Plus Google search algorithm, you might be knowing, but it is not in a public domain. So in the even Google search algorithm, you might be knowing a few parts, not the all the algorithm. So these are the prime examples of the trade secret. Now, next move to the geographical indication. Geographical indication is a like any particular product is known by a geographic region. It is protected under the geographical indications, and it is always granted to a group of people or a community. Like these are the example. Darjeeling tea, it is known as a flavor, but Darjeeling is a geographic region. So it is known and it is protected by a geographical indication. Kanchipuram silk sari, even the Kanchipuram is a geographical indications. So these is rich in a texture and the vibrant colors that saris are made in the town of Kanchipuram in Tamil Nadu. Champagne, it's a France. So these are the example of the geographical indications. Now there was a case of the Basmati rice versus Delhi High Court. One of the most significant Basmati rice. The issue arose when the US-based company Rice Tea attempted to patent the term Basmati, where it is belongs from an Indian, for its rice productions. So Rice Tech claimed that their rice was variety of Basmati, and they attempted to register the term Basmati as a trademark in the United States. So India took action by raising the issue of Basmati's GI protections. The Geographical Indications Registry of India did not allow Rice Tech to register the term as a trademark because Basmati was recognized as a GI and had a strong connection to India. This case highlighted the need to preserve the GI status of Basmati, which is produced mainly in the endogenetic plains of India and Pakistan. So this case demonstrates how important GIs are for protecting products that have a strong geographical link and reputations. The success of the GI registration for Basmati in India helped ensure that rice products in the specific regions could be marketing under this name. Now let's move to the semiconductor integrated circuit layout design. The layout design, it's like a IC circuit. Even it is a protected under this act. Three-dimensional arrangements of the elements of an integrated circuit and some or all of the interconnections of an integrated circuit. So how it is classified? It is classified based on the structure, technique, and the functions like a bipolar, MOS, BiMOS, optical IC, or others like a TIL, DTL, CMOS, NMOS, PMOS, or others like a logic, memory, linear, microcomputer, or any others. So even the same semiconductor integrated circuit layout, it is protected for 10 years, which can be extended. There was another case, Disha Technologies Private Limited versus the Semiconductor Integrated Circuit Layout Design Protection Authority. Disha Technologies filed a petitions before to protect their new IC layout design that had been copied by a competitor. The applicant contended that their original design had been unlawfully reproduced by a competitor, violating the rights provided under the Semiconductor IC Layout Design Act. So, this case reinforced the importance of the registrations of the IC layout designs for enforcing intellectual property rights. The protection ensured that creators could prevent unauthorized use and copying of their designs. So now let's move to the protection of plant varieties and farmers' right. You might initially, if we see the rose were just a red, but now we can see other colors also, blue color also, and different pink color. So these are the example of the plant varieties and farmers' rights. These are the hybrid ones. So there is a different law uh, which protects the breeder's right, farmer's rights, and the scientist rights, researchers' right. So three rights are provided. And what can be protected under trees and vines and the extant varieties. So there was another case law which is famous, which is Monsanto versus the Union of India. US based biotech company had developed a cotton, a genetically modified cotton variety resistant to paste like a cotton ballroom. The company patented the technology behind the bit cotton. In India, Monsanto had entered into agreement with local seed companies for the commercialization of bit cotton seeds. But this led to dispute over pricing and intellectual property rights. So the core of the dispute was whether Monsanto's patent on bit cotton and its commercialization practice were in conflict. The PPVFR Act aims to protect both breeders' rights over new varieties and farmer rights to save, exchange, and sell seeds. So Monsanto was accused of violating farmers' rights by restricting their ability to reuse the seeds, which is a core part of farmers' practices in India. So the main key issue was the case highlighted the conflict between Monsanto's patent on BT cotton, which is granted in US, and the provision of PPVFR, emphasize the farmers' rights to save and reuse the seed. So the court ruled that the Monsanto had to comply with Indian laws, including the VFR Act, and could not assert its patent rights in a way that undermined farmers' right to save, use, and exchange seeds. So this PPVFR emphasized that while Monsanto had rights over its genetically modified seeds, the broader framework of the PPVFR prioritized farmers' rights and aimed at protecting their access to seeds. So this case also underscored the need for a fair balance between the intellectual property rights and farmers' entitlements, especially in a countries where agriculture is heavily dependent on a traditional farmer practicing. So now let's move to another. If you are willing to start a new business, then what should be done? So first things, IPR is used in the business as a startup. Any idea, if you find some kind of problem, then you will come up with the new idea. That's why it will call as a startup. So IPR is always used in the business. Plus we have to check level of the risk. Plus owner, if you are starting a business, you have to check, could I sue someone or someone else sue me? So even you have to check whether am I using somebody's else patented technology or not. Plus exploitation of IP. If you got to know that somebody's technology is already there, then you have to take a license for that. So there won't be any chances. If we see, there are people who has developed applications which they are using the songs, and then copyright infringement is there, and they have to shut down their mobile application just because they were using somebody else protected copyright things. So this is, we have to check. Plus we have to check level to ensure the IPR risk. So these are the basic strategy which we have to keep it in our mind before starting any business. So what is the process? First is the ideation. Then we have to create a prototype. Then we have to compare the result with the existing technology or with the existing art. Once then after, if it's there, if it's an advancement, if you find a good result, then next move is to preparing an action plan for minimum of 5 years. Plus then after protecting the IPs and the domain name, plus obtain the appropriate licenses and explicit finding the investors or private equities for the commercializations, manufacturing and the marketing goods. So these are the steps for any startups. Plus, now let's move to the things to be taken care by students. Do not cut and paste the information opted from the internet in any assignments or projects. Do not photocopy textbooks to be used in the course of study. Assignment, projects, and reports can be protected under the literary work as a copyright. Downloading songs, videos, and images from the internet is against the law. Buying pirated softwares, CDs, and DVDs is a serious offense. Distributing others' work and information via file sharing program is a wrong. Do not sell or buy counterfeit goods. Listening the songs with a group of people at public places is an offense. So therefore you require a PPL license. So keep it in your mind before doing any of the things we might be doing on our daily basis. But yeah, somewhere or some around we are just violating the law. So we have to take care. So this was it from my end, and you can always contact me on this email ID, and that is my phone number. You can always send me a message if there is a query. Plus, students, now you can ask the questions. Shrija?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you ask the students if do they have any kind of queries?
Yes.
Fatima, this is Kartika. Thank you for the presentation. It was very wonderful presentation and hope our students would have enjoyed it. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It was a very short notice for you too.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome. I guess I have shared the PPTs. You can always share with the students.
Sure, ma'am. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah. Thanks, all of you.
Dear students, if you have any queries, like you can unmute and ask a question. If not to, like ma'am has shared me the mail ID so that like you can even ask the questions if she is allowing us to ask questions after that. Students, you have any queries?
No, ma'am.
Shrija?
Yes, ma'am. At the outset, I thank our chief guest, Ms. Dharti Shah, for her valuable time and insights on intellectual property rights. I also thank the faculty members for arranging this session and extend my thanks to students for their participation. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an excellent session. Thank you to all.
Students, you can fill the feedback form. It's been shared to you in the chat box. Fatima, we shall do. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you.
Satya, ma'am, if possible, kindly share the feedback form to all the groups, ma'am.